How can anyone find peace in their busy day? Well, the good news is it's easy and it's simple. And when it becomes a habit, it will help you balance your beingness and your doingness, being and doing. Stick around to the end and I'll share 6 bonus ideas on how to bring peace into your busy day that will help you balance your being and doing. Because we all know we're doing a lot of doing and probably not a whole lot of being. Hi, I'm Sharon, and I share information on how to be happy, healthy, and feel comfortable through practices such as meditation, yoga, thought habits, and nature. So you can experience more well-being in your life. So before we get into the business of finding peace of mind in our day, we need to understand the difference between being and doing. So right now, you can close your eyes if you want, but recall a time, a vacation perhaps, or a day at the beach. Imagine the sun shining, the gentle breeze blowing through your hair, the water sparkling like diamonds. You have nowhere to be and nothing to do but to be right where you are right now. And think, what does that feel like? Can you remember that feeling? At that moment, all is right in the world. That's being in a state of peace of mind. That is being in a state of being. You ever heard the term just be? Well, sometimes when we're in those moments where everything around us is just that perfect moment, that is being. We are in the present moment. All of our senses are tuned in to what's going on around us right now. Now, what if we could have more of that in our life? But let's look at another example. What is a reality in your life? So imagine your day in and day out life. Again, you can close your eyes if you want to do this, but just the goal is to get the feeling of what it feels like. So in our day-to-day life, very often we have a house to keep over our head, shelter. We have kids. Some of us are taking care of parents. Some of us are taking care of other people, let alone ourselves. And we are going to work, and we have after-school activities. We have dinner. We have grocery shopping. We have all the things. We have events. We have the cleaning and the cooking. So just kind of put yourself in that mindset of, this is what I do every day. Think about that a moment. Think about that feeling. Now, most of us are living this way, or we have lived this way at some point in our life. And that is the business of doing. And some doing we must do because we have to eat. We have to have a place to sleep. We have to take care of our kids. We can't just go lay on the beach all day long. There has to be a balance between the being and the doing. So think of being as being mindfully in the present moment. And think of doing as the business of living, as the business of working, taking care of things. You're thinking about the past, you're thinking about the future, you're thinking about what to do next. Your human mind is thinking, but you're not really paying attention to the present moment. You're not really being in that moment. So much of what we do in a day, we are busy doing. The key is to learn to switch from that automatic doing and bring in mindful being to help us balance the being and the doing and find peace of mind in our busy day. 100% doable. What is the secret to finding peace of mind in your busy day? The secret is pause. Pause. Step off the crazy train for a minute. Take a breath. I'm going to show you 2 examples, or tell you about 2 examples you can do right in the middle of your busy workday. So, the power of the pause. Now, I spoke about this in a recent short I did on frustration, and it has been in other videos too, where stopping the thought train and taking a breath is so powerful. Doesn't matter what kind of breath, but pause, breathe, smile slightly, just a little grin, and just enough that people wonder what you're up to. And always, 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 always give gratitude for that moment. Thank you for this moment. Done. Now, that sounds so simple. You're probably thinking, yeah, try it. There are apps that you can get for your phone, or you can set a timer to go off, say, every hour. So I used to do this in my very busy work life. Every hour, I had an app called the Mind Bell app, and you can still get that, I believe. It's free, and it's a Tibetan chime that'll chime once an hour, and you can set the time that you want it, like during the day. And so I would be busy, and for me, that doing always felt like a hamster on a wheel. Felt like I was running, and even though I was checking this off and checking that off, I was still on that hamster wheel. But my Tibetan chime would go off, ding, and I would stop, and I would pause, and I would smile, and I'd remember why I'm here. I'd remember what my goal is at my job. I'd remember my heart. I would remember it's all okay. I'm on a path. And I would get gratitude, and I would go back and jump right back on and start going. But when I did start going again, even though I'm going, I felt much more at peace. When this becomes a habit, you just take things in stride so much easier. It just comes at you. And not only that, I will share this. In my workplace, when that bell would go off, everyone around me got to know my Tibetan bell, and I think everyone just took a breath because it was a very fast-paced environment. So that's one thing you can do right there at work. It takes seconds, literally seconds, to do, and you're right back at it, and you will be more productive. It just brings all that frantic anxiety down, and you're calmer and better able to function and be productive. Now, another thing that you can do in that moment, it also involves pause, but it's maybe you're not at work, or maybe you are. I used to look out my window when I did this, but I would pause, and I would just pay attention to the littlest of things. For example, the flower growing right out of the cement sidewalk. That's beautiful. What a statement. The bugs scurrying around, the bird in the tree, the way the clouds are. I see a lot of people post pictures on Facebook on their way to work of beautiful sunrises. And just in that moment, you're being, because you're appreciating what is around you. You're appreciating that moment. You're appreciating the little things. It is so powerful. So pause, pay attention, notice. Notice the light in your child's eyes when they look at you on a busy morning. Appreciate that. and then get on with your day. Takes seconds. You don't need to sit there and draw a picture or anything like that unless you want to, but it brings you back into that peace, that sense of peace, that sense of being, and that beautiful, precious moment. But the power of the pause is the starting point. That is something that you can incorporate in your day that takes just seconds. Pause, breathe, appreciate. It truly is like a little mini vacation. I stress a point about balance. We don't want to be doing all the time and hardly little to no being, but at the same time, we do have to do. But bringing up that being so we're more in balance. When you're more in balance, your doing will seem less stressful and more peaceful. Now, there are many ways to find peace in your busy day. But as promised, here are 6 more practices that will help bring you peace of mind in your busy day. And as these practices build, you'll become more proficient at having peace in your busy day. So, number 1 is going to be a meditation practice. That is so important to get to know yourself, to be able to hear your inner guidance, to center and bring yourself into a peaceful state. And if you want to know more about how to begin meditation, you can check out my beginner's meditation guide right here. And I also have a beginner's meditation that you can have here, and I'll put the links below as well. So number 1 is begin a meditation practice. It doesn't have to be long, but it does have to be regular as you can make it. Think daily. If you miss a day, pick up the next day. 5 minutes. The more you do it, the more you'll want to do it. Then when you begin, you'll start off. You just start simple, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. But as you get into it and start seeing the benefits of it, you will automatically want to increase that. Now, I'm not saying you're going to have to sit and meditate for 60 minutes before you go to work every morning. No, it doesn't. It can be little bits throughout the day. You could even think of these little these pause breaks as little meditations, because you're coming into the present moment. You're expressing gratitude. You're noticing. You're aware. You are not on autopilot. A lot of times the doing is the mindless. You're just going through the motions, automatic. The next practice, number 2, would be journaling. Journaling can go right along with meditation. So you don't have to do all these at one time. Maybe you just say, okay, I'm going to start with 5 minutes meditation every morning, and at night I'm going to journal. Maybe after a week or 2, you add on journaling. You will become overwhelmed if you try to do everything all at once. But meditation and journaling go so well together. When you do your little 5-minute meditation, do a quick journal. Just do a recap. What are some insights? Because you will forget if you don't write it down. So journaling is very powerful, and it will help with your peace of mind. Meditation, journaling. Another easy one is to just simply go for a walk. Get out in nature. I can't even tell you how powerful that is, to be in the energy of nature, of the trees, the sky, the grass, the birds, the animals. Make it a short walk. It doesn't have to be long. We are busy, but it will help bring that balance, that peace into the doingness of your day. Number 4 is create. So how many of us are so busy with our work and our family and all our activities that we have put on the very back burner, not even on the stove. It's in a cupboard up over the refrigerator where we can't get it. Our hobby, are creativity. So perhaps it is you like to paint and you just can't find time to paint. Pulling everything out is just, it's a big, I don't have time for that. Playing an instrument. Maybe you like to crochet or do needlepoint or something. Maybe build. Find time to create. That it will also bring you into the present moment. That will bring you peace of mind. That will feed your soul, and that will help balance your being and doing. So creating, have you ever been in the midst of creating and 1 hour goes by, 2 hours goes by, you just hardly notice the time because you're in that present moment. And it's such a beautiful thing. So don't forget to have that time, or gift yourself the time to be creative. Maybe it's writing, maybe it's just drawing, or maybe it's coloring in the adult coloring books. But have some time to create. It's so important for your well-being. So number 5 is practice yoga. Yoga is mindful movement. It is so good for your well-being, your mind, body, soul. And in itself, it is a meditation. So you can find all kinds of teachers on YouTube to follow a yoga practice. I am a yoga instructor myself, and we will have yoga coming to this channel. Yoga is powerful, powerful, and anyone can do yoga. So if you just look or Google gentle yoga on YouTube, you'll probably get some really good teachers to come up, and you can just follow along, because we don't always have time to go across downtown to the yoga studio. And if you want to do that, you can, but you can also do it right from the comfort of your home. Just make sure you are comfortable with the teacher that you are listening to, and make sure that you know your body. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. You don't have to do every single yoga pose. I don't. So yoga, mindful movement, will help balance your being and doing and bring you into a peaceful state, a peaceful moment. All right, number 6, it is the last one on this list, and that is Qigong. And Qigong, again, is mindful movement. And again, YouTube is our friend here. You can go to YouTube and find instructors that can guide you through some Qigong practices. So all of these will help balance your being and your doing and bring you into a peaceful state, even though you have a very busy life. It's important to note that these practices serve you best when they become habits. So start with the power of the pause. And then you might want to add in meditation. And because meditation and journaling just go together, you might want to add in journaling. So you have practicing pause throughout the day, a short meditation practice every day, and journaling every day. Now you have 3 tools that can help you find peace of mind in your busy day. Now getting back to meditation, again, short meditation video, 5 minutes or less. Check it out right here on this channel. And there's some other videos there you can check out. And again, all you have to do is Google meditation for beginners on YouTube, and you will find a plethora of things to choose from. I want to stress this. Add on practices when you feel comfortable. When you are feeling comfortable with practicing pause and perhaps journaling in your day, maybe then add meditation. Or if you're comfortable with meditation and pause, then add the journaling. I caution you to not dive in all 6 all at once, because it can be overwhelming. A little bit at a time. And the walk can be all like, okay, every Wednesday I'm going to go for a walk. Wednesday starts with a W, I'm going to go for a walk. That's how I'm going to add it in. Maybe I'm just going to pause and walk on Wednesday because I've got a busy schedule. And then the more you do these things and you feel comfortable and they become habits, then you can add on another. Maybe then I do Sunday gentle movement yoga with an instructor on YouTube. So start small. Always start small when you're making a change, because if you start too much, too quick, it can become overwhelming and you're like, doesn't work, and you stop. And you don't need to. Start small. Starting small, make these a practice. Balance your being and doing, and find peace of mind in your busy day. And the more you increase your sense of well-being. The key is to keep growing. Don't just stop at one thing. Continue to grow and incorporate these practices into your daily life. The more you make being a practice, the easier and less stressful your life becomes. You'll have a much greater sense of peace. So if you found value in this information, please like, subscribe, and share. Share with someone you love. So until next time, may you find peace in your everyday life, and may you find moments to just be.